Hey, it's George from Joint Effort Exercise. I just want to give you 4 exercises that you can do to get up from fall. Hey, it's George from Joint Effort Exercise. I just wanted to give you 4 quick exercises that you can do at home using the most simple piece of equipment, the resistance bands, to help you to get up from a fall when you do. We all fall, it'll happen. So we want to make sure that when it does happen, you'll have the upper body and lower body strength to do so. So I'm gonna start off with a chest press. So the chest press is good. Why would I want to strengthen my chest, George? I know what the question going through your mind is. Your chest muscles are what push you off the ground to start off with, and also what help you to push off, from a chair. So I'm gonna take my resistance band. I'm gonna put it on my middle hook here. So you can use a door. They have like little attachments that you can put and close inside of a door that will help with this. Going to walk inside, so I have my handles on each side of me right now, and I put my thumbs in, okay? So my thumbs in the top of it. That will help the bands to go underneath my arms so that they're not rubbing up against my the upper part of my arms. I'm going to step forward just a little bit. My hands are about chest height, as you can see. My core muscles are good and tight, and I'm going to just press out in front of me. Going to inhale back and exhale forward, just like this. Nice, slow, controlled movement. Doesn't have to be too fast. So the resistance for this one should be, you should rate it at about a 6 out of 10, I would say. So 10 being the hardest thing you've ever done, and 1 being absolutely nothing. You should be at about a 6 out of 10. And we're just gonna do this for 10 repetitions, just like so. That was number 10, okay? So that was your banded chest press. So very good for the chest muscles, good for the shoulders, works the triceps, also the core. So a very good functional movement, but very easy to do, as you can see. All right, the second exercise that I'm going to do is a tricep extension. Okay, so I'm gonna use a little bit lighter resistance this time, so I'll choose my green band. I used the red one before, as you can see. All right, so this one, I'm gonna do it facing the side so you can see exactly what I'm doing, but normally I would face the wall for this one, for the resistance, all right? So I'm gonna stand just about shoulder width apart, elbows down tight to my side. All I'm doing, and my palms are facing down, all I'm doing is straightening my arm. Okay, so my elbows are gonna stay essentially still, and my upper part of my arm is staying tight to my side, and I'm just pressing down just like that. So all the ladies will like this one as well, as it tones the back of your arm. But from a functional standpoint, if you don't care about that, this is one of those muscle groups that helps to push up off of a chair or some type of sturdy surface if you do fall, okay? The last one we're going to do is kind of similar. This is a banded shoulder press. So with this one, I'm just gonna do one arm at a time. I'm going to step on the band with with really both feet actually, but most of the band is going to be on my right side, because I'm gonna do my right side first, okay? So I'm going to flip the band up like so. Let me just move back a little bit so you can see me. All right, so I'm gonna flip the band up onto my shoulder, keep my core muscles nice and tight, standing up straight, and I'm pressing above my head, okay? So inhaling down with this one, and then exhaling up, okay? Just like so. So I'm gonna try to keep that good posture, standing up nice and straight. Again, core muscles are nice and tight, and I'm trying not to go side to side with my torso. So again, this is another great functional exercise that you can do to strengthen up your shoulders, which again is another important muscle group to have good and strong so you can get up from a fall. Okay, so I would just do 10 on the right side, then I would do 10 on the left side. Very simple. I don't have to do that again. Pretty self-explanatory. All right, the last one that I want to do is just a high knee, okay? So what I mean by that is I'm just going to bring my knee, so you go up, so you would go to a place where you have a sturdy surface, like a bar like we have here, countertop is fine, and all I wanna do is bring my knee up as high as I can, and then bring it back down. And instead of marching, we just wanna do one side at a time, okay? So you want to have that same group of muscles, your hip flexors, getting all the exposure for those, say, 8 to 10 repetitions. And as you can see, I'm not just flinging it up and going back down. I'm really focusing on getting it up as high as I possibly can, pausing slightly at the top, and then bringing it back down. So same thing, I just did about 8 repetitions, wasn't really counting. I'll do the same thing on the other side. And in just a second, I'm going to show you why all of these are important. So again, same thing, bringing that knee up as high as you possibly can, and just like that, okay? Don't have to go through all 8, you get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. All right, so why I chose all of those exercises, I'm gonna move this over for a second just so I can show you when all those muscle groups come into play. So I'm gonna pretend like this is a chair at the house, and so I'm on the ground, right? So I find myself here, which again, we all fall at some point, whether it's tripping, getting pushed, slipping. There's many ways. It all happens to all of us. So we end up down here, okay? So what we do is we're going to be flipping ourselves to the side. Okay, you're going to get up like so, and then you're going to use your tricep muscle and your shoulders and your chest to get to this position. Okay, so this is that position that you get to initially, and you want to make sure that you're taking time, catching your breath. And then you're going to look for a sturdy chair or table or something that you can, get this out of the way, something that you can use as leverage to get yourself up, okay? So then we're gonna get nice and close to the chair, all right? So I just use my chest, my tricep, my shoulders, my core, my low back to get to this position, right? So now I'm going to use my hip flexor. Remember, we were doing that high knee to get to here, okay? So a lot of times we don't have a lot of strength in the abdominals or the hip flexors to get to that position. So it's really hard and we don't have the mobility. So getting your knee up as high as you possibly can and repetitively is going to help to have that range of motion, but also the strength to get to this position. Okay, so I have the mobility in my hip because I was doing that. I also have the strength in my hip flexor to get to this position as well. All right, so this now, what I'm going to do, most people couldn't just get up with using just one leg, okay? So what we wanna do is we wanna use our upper body at the same time as we're using the leg that's out in front to push. So again, using my chest, my triceps, and my shoulders, as well as the muscles of my leg, to push myself up, get up that other leg, and then sit down, okay? So again, as much as the legs should be worked on doing squats, doing step-ups, doing lunges, and all of the other exercises that we, that we think of doing in the gym to, help with balance, to help with strength, doing exercises that strengthen up your upper body are just as important. So that's why we always say full body functional strength training is the way to go. Bands are great, very affordable, easy to travel with. There's so many benefits. You can do every major muscle group. They're great. We really focus on using machines to load the muscles a little bit more while we're in the centers. It's a little bit more effective, a little bit easier to do, but certainly if you're exercising at home, the bands will work well as well. All right. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at george@joineffortexercise.com and I'd be happy to help. Hope you're having a great day. Talk to you soon. See ya.